Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever and whenever you're watching me. I want to say welcome to my channel, Vent and Heal, where the unspoken things are being spoken and healing comes into effect. I am your host, Tamisha, and welcome again. First, I must say thank you, all my subscribers, new subscribers. Welcome, welcome. I'm happy to have you. Please remember to share the video, share. Leave a thumbs up, leave a comment. I will read your comment and I will respond accordingly. Today, I want to speak on this topic that there's not a lot of people talking about, but it is so real and it is needed to speak about. People need to know. And it's called the counterfeit relationship and when they come. What does a counterfeit relationship looks like and how to recognize counterfeit man, woman who will try to come into your life but not sent by God. And I have 4 points that I want to talk on. And number one is the counterfeit comes just before the real thing. So I recently did a video on what to do in your waiting season. And I will tell you this, the counterfeit, it comes before the person that you are supposed to be with. Yes, the counterfeit shows up first. So if you're not in your waiting season, if you're not connecting to God, if you're not connected to God, or you're not using discernment, or you're truly not doing the things that you're supposed to do in your waiting season, like pray, reading the word, worship, praise, staying alert, being alert. If you're not doing that, the counterfeit will deceive you, because the counterfeit looks like what you have been asking God for. The counterfeit sound like what you have been asking God for. The counterfeit does everything like what you desire, everything. The only thing is, it's not for a long time. The counterfeit will pretend, but it's not forever. The counterfeit, they don't have patience. Patience is not part of it. So be careful about the counterfeit. Be careful with the counterfeit. Be very, very vigilant and careful, because you can mess up God's plan for your life. Number 2 is the counterfeit comes to distract you from your blessing. And it is really real. When the counterfeit comes and you give into that counterfeit, because sometimes some people, they don't recognize it is a counterfeit, or it's not real, or it's not from God. So what they do, they let their guards down, and then they start a relationship with that person who's not even supposed to be there in the first place, or be in their life in the first place. And they stop waiting on God. They stop praying. They stop reading the word. They stop seeking God, because why? They think that's the genuine thing. They think that the counterfeit is the real thing that came. So they let their guards down. And instead of going forward, you get pushed back about 10 years, 20 years back. No, not knowing this is not God's plan. This is not what God has for you. Learn to recognize the signs of a counterfeit man or woman, or counterfeit girlfriend or boyfriend. Learn to recognize this person is not sent by God. One thing I can tell you, a counterfeit, they will push you into doing the things that you're not supposed to do, or you're not ready for. That's one of the ways that you will recognize a counterfeit. 2, you will recognize a counterfeit by they will be so in a haste or hurry to move in with you, to get married. I'm not saying that the man of God or the woman of God will not be, wanting to get married to you fast because they love you, genuinely love you, and they want to move forward, right? I'm not saying that, but you have to learn to recognize it. The man and woman of God will come with patience. A counterfeit doesn't have patience. They're very controlling and they're very persuasive. Those are some things that you will see in a counterfeit. And when they do get that which they have come to accomplish, when they accomplish that task that they came for, there will be so much issues, problems, setbacks in that marriage, in that relationship, because why? They weren't God divine plan for your life in the first place. So it delays your blessing. Number 3, the counterfeit comes and bring doubts. The counterfeit comes and it brings doubts. You might, let's say, you might get a prophecy. You might get a prophecy that you must do this thing to get that thing, or move here to get that thing, or see that thing, whatever it may be, the prophecy may be, and you didn't do much to get that person, and then the counterfeit showed up with everything that you have been asking for. So you start doubting that prophetic word or that prophet. You started to doubt, to say, oh, well, that wasn't of God, because look, I didn't do much and here he is. He came, and you start thinking that it was of self why you meet the person that you're supposed to meet, knowing that's a counterfeit that showed up. And the prophecy or the prophetic word is yet to be fulfilled. So you start doubting the prophetic, doubting the word of God, doubting the prophet, thinking that it is this thing when it's not. I don't know if you understand, but it brings doubt. Number 4, the counterfeit comes to set you back. As I mentioned before, when the counterfeit comes, he or she comes and pretends for a very long time, until your walls are down and your guards are down, until you take them in and you become husband and wife, and then they start showing their true colors. And I would not say it's too late because you're married. It's not too late for a shower of rain. If that person is not for you, it's just not for you. But what will happen, not everyone will think like that. Some people will stay in it and say, you know what, we're already married. We've been together for this such and such time. So it's better I just stay and tough it out. Better I just stay and pray it out. And you find yourself 20, 25 years at the same place. No movement, no upgrading, no blessing, nothing. You're just at the same place years and years and years and years. There's no progress, nothing. Counterfeit does that. They kill progress. They kill blessing. They mess up breakthrough. Yeah. They detour you from greatness. They detour you from the things and the blessing that God has for you. So be vigilant in your waiting season. Be very mindful of what you're settling for. Be very on guard. Be on guard that the things that God say he will do, or the person that God say he will send, will come. And not that you are going to look for it, or you're just opening yourself for what comes because you're that desperate. Please remove desperation. Think about kingdom. Think kingdom minded. Stop using desperation to go into unnecessary relationship and up against unnecessary warfare. Think smart, be wise in everything you do in your waiting season. and it shall be well with you. God bless you, and I hope and I pray that this video was an enlightenment to you. I pray that this video would be the light that you are waiting for. I pray that this video will bring more clarity to you, and that you will wait on the Lord so that he will renew your strength. God bless you, and do have a blessed rest of the day. Bless you, love you, and God bless. See you. Bye.